See, I'm gonna give you an excuse to eat cookies. I'm gonna have that recipe, a raspberry mimosa, that great little Easter bunt brunch cake. So that's gonna be coming up on Instagram later this week. So I always love to be in the kitchen. Look for that kitchen island cart from Origami on hsn.com. Well, I'm also an avid reader. And I will say, while this is called a bookshelf, full disclosure, I've got one in my kitchen right now because I just think it's really pretty. It has these beautiful, almost like marquee shaped supports on the side because I put my canned goods on here because it does not, it has these great little aerations so you don't have to worry about the lines that are normally on the origami shelves. And then it just supports a lot of weight, plus it looks pretty. Plus I have a ton of cookbooks, so whether it is linens, table linens, your books, your canned goods, extra rolls of toilet paper. If you want more of a tall, streamlined thing for, say, your powder bath where there's normally a lot of room, or your laundry room, this is perfect. Vintage bronze, metallic gold, or metallic silver. And then the feet, which I think are genius. My house, when the foundation settled, my floors are a little bit uneven in some places. You can kind of level those, which it just gives you a nice stable position, especially if you like to overload these shelves like I do. We're going back to Tracy Rosa's beautiful home. And Tracy, at the end of the day, that instant easy assembly again, right?
Oh yeah. You know, Shannon, check this out. This is the way that it comes to you flat packed like this. All you have to do is take it out of the box and then you open it up. It's kind of like an accordion. Look for it. That's your assembly. You've got that famous origami toggle in the back. So you're just going to go ahead and take this, feed it through, and that's going to lock the bottom shelves in place. You swing that top shelf over and that's it. It stands just about 5.5 feet tall. It's 11 inches off of the wall. So it's not too big, it's not too bulky, and it's 2 feet across. But look at that beautiful lattice that you have on the side. I like that you touched on that a minute ago because that's gonna give you a nice secure base for your albums, for your cookbooks, for your books, or whatever you wanna store in here. Remember, this is mine right here. I apologize. I'm kind of flirting with the white one right here. I know we don't have that one in stock anymore, but I've got this beautiful black one that lives out here all day long, okay? So I've got the dog toys, the dog treats. I've got some tchotchkes right here. I've got my wedding album, some great books. I've got some baskets where I just dump a lot of stuff kind of out of sight, out of mind, but it looks so great. And it goes back to that linear storage space. Remember, you get 2 feet across. This is 6 tiers. So 12 linear feet of storage space. So again, go back and do that mental inventory of those blank walls in your home, that really small space that really doesn't have a purpose, but now it can, you utilize all of that vertical storage space. And again, with those fancy colors, you are able to customize any room. You make it your own, add stuff that a couple decorative features, but then very functional features as well. People have used these next to their beds. They flank their TVs with this. I mean, there's one on each side. I remember when we upgraded this house, when we renovated, I had somebody come in. 2 things, Shannon. I had somebody come in and give me a quote for bookcases, like installed bookcases, and to customize my closet. Thousands of dollars, thousands. And I was like, well, what happens in 2 or 3 years when I change my mind? Like, what happens then? It's permanently there. But this bookshelf allows you to customize your closet, your living rooms, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, any way that you want. And then when in a couple of years you change your mind, you can move it from room to room. Now, I have the wheels. I purchased the wheels separately. Normally, like you said, we include the leveling feet. I like the wheels because it allows you to move this wherever it needs to go. Completely up to you. But remember, 0 assembly. Each shelf holds 50 pounds worth of weight, so 300-pound weight capacity with this bookshelf. And look at this, Shannon. That's your assembly.
Yeah, that's your assembly. And, case in point, well, first of all, it's not quite a half off sale. It's pretty doggone close, though. I'll tell you that, because our normal price is about $170. So the beautiful models that Tracy is demonstrating in her home, those have already sold out. So that tells you how quickly these are going. We've got them for this show in the metallic silver, the metallic gold, or the vintage bronze. So do not wait with this. Do not wait for sure, because at almost a half off sale, Tonight is your night, because Tracy's right. When we see origami and free shipping, we all turn a cartwheel because they are not inexpensive to ship. It's a little bit bigger than a ring box, and we don't even always do free shipping on our jewelry or on our beauty. So it's not an inexpensive item to ship, but we will do that. And then we'll also honor FlexPay. I know I keep going back to that, but FlexPay is it's so helpful, because whether you do have to pay taxes this year, you're just mindful of your budget, or you just want to get it at home, less than a $20 bill. Those are interest-free payments. So it's literally kind of pay as you go, pay as you go. So for less than $20 with that free shipping, get it at home. You can see how beautiful these look. Tracy, it's funny when we were watching you demonstrate this in your home. Actually, I'll read a review real quick, then we'll go back to Tracy, but happy life, happy grandma. Okay, I like that. I have so very many of the origami products. I love the ease of setting them up and the strength they have to get me organized. You will never go wrong purchasing this product. Works in any room of the house. Well said, Cheryl in Texas. I mean, so true. And Tracy, in your home, you know what's so funny? Because we've done other shows together. I actually thought that beautiful bookcase in the back was not quote unquote a prop. I just thought, because you have such beautiful home furnishings.
Thank you.
And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's what we're selling. So I guess, Lou must have coined that phrase, store decor. Holy moly, man, it looks high end, doesn't it?
It does. And listen, this is a custom made table that I had. It's actually, I have like a little plaque here. It's actually from the Bellevue Biltmore Hotel years ago. And so we had it customized. And then I got this beautiful matte black at home, this bookshelf. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and flank both sides of this and allow me to utilize all of this storage space right here. And again, remember, it all comes down to customization, like how you want to customize your home. Here are the dimensions again. It stands about 5.5 feet tall. It's 2 feet across. It's only about 11 inches off of the wall. So it's not too big. It's not too bulky, but it is going to give you those 12 linear feet of storage space. And remember, you have zero assembly. So this is how it comes to your home. And all you have to do is open it up, boom, just like this, swing it over. This is that origami toggle right here. You feed that through, you push it down, everything is locked and loaded. Swing the top shelf over, and you're ready to go. Now, Shannon, you know how this goes at HSN. There are things that we can say, there are things that we can't say, right? We go through a very strict, legal division that says you can't say this. So I'm gonna reach outside the box. I'm gonna step outside the box and say that origami has been saving marriages for years because the fights that I've had to eliminate with my husband when I bring a huge box home and I'm like, hey, sweetie, look what I got at the store today. Can you please assemble this and have it ready in an hour so I can get organized? It's eliminated all of that. So literally this comes to your door, you take it out of the box, you open it up, and then you're able to start getting organized. You don't have that pre-work. You don't have the pages of instructions. You don't have 50 different bolts. You don't have any screws. You don't have any appliances or any screwdrivers or anything like that. This is going to be that instant solution. And remember, do a mental inventory. Look at the open areas in your home, those open walls. How do you utilize this space? How can you get 12 linear feet of storage space without having to hire somebody, without having to have installation, without this having to be permanent? Listen, there are definitely times that I have moved this into the other room because I love this in my dining room where I put all of my grandmother's, she's passed, but I put all of her plates out there, especially around Easter when I really remember that kind of stuff. So things that have been kind of boxed up and stored away, now you have a safe, easy place to display it. Remember, powder coated steel means it won't rust, it won't chip or corrode. So you can take this and you can put it on the lanai. This can be full of plants, spring flowers. It can be full of herbs. And remember, everything can just water through and it won't rust or chip or corrode. What about your bathrooms? You can take the hottest, steamiest showers, and you know what? This won't buckle. Nothing's going to happen to this bad boy right here. It's always going to stay pristine. It's always going to stay that white. And let's just say there's a time in your life where you're like, you know what? I want to declutter. I don't want this around. It folds down to nothing. So imagine being able to store this underneath your bed, underneath your couch. It can actually go in between your washer and dryer. It takes literally no space.
Okay, save your marriage, buy an origami.
I'm probably going to get in trouble for that.
Do you know what?
Shannon,
That's why my marriage failed, Tracy. You know, I'm going to blame the assembly. It certainly had nothing to do with me. It was all
No,
about
of
the
course
assembly.
not.
Absolutely not. So, all right. Well, see, you know, I always have fun with Tracy's out here. But you know, you can say have fun and get organized in the same sentence, which normally is not the case, because normally it's like, oh, the collective eye roll. It's like, oh man, I got to put it together. Then, if you do want to move it to another room, that's a whole nother ordeal or a whole nother process. So easy to quote unquote assemble and deassemble. And that's if you change your mind or want to put it in a different room, or if it is for a dormitory, or you just decide, okay, I wanted this in the powder bath, but now my needs have changed. Now I want it in the laundry room. You might want to consider getting more than one though, because the fact that we are doing free shipping and 5 flex pay and not quite a half off sale, but pretty doggone close. I mean, not that far removed from that, and we're doing it right here and right now. Remember, the 2 colors that Tracy was showing in her home, those have already sold out. So that's how quickly this is going, and it does not surprise me. So we have that metallic silver, the metallic gold, or the vintage bronze. So it is your choice as long as supplies last, 746-806. And you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna grab the vintage bronze from the last piece, or actually the piece that we have coming up, just to show you how they work. Oh, Andrew, thank you. That's perfect. Let's wheel this in, because Tracy, thank you. Oh, look at that. Makes me just want to hop on this and, you know, go for a little twirl. But here's the vintage bronze with the vintage bronze. Just to kind of give you an idea, if you're store decor, I mean, you can create your own new atmosphere. You can create, you know, basically your own landscape. By the way, I think in the 4-tier rack, we've also got vintage bronze available. I have to double check on that. But if you are doing the vintage bronze, just kind of think outside of the box. You could use this as your office, your bill paying center, and then maybe this is where you have your printer or your printer paper or your card stock if you are a crafter, because Adam Freeman is coming up with Anna Griffin. She's got a great streaming program on hsn.com, and of course, or actually on social media too. Anna's always doing great things. She'll be with Adam starting at 9 o'clock tonight, but definitely grab yours. So that's just to give you a little inspiration. Thank you for doing that, guys. And Tracy, that's just it. I think part of the reason I wanted to show hsn.com is people create like a whole family of products based around, they can get really creative with these, can't they?
Oh, 100%. And I like how all the colors match back. So I like how you got the vintage bronze. You talked about the vintage bronze. So I'm a very matchy person. I like things to be symmetrical. I like things to match. So this allows you to do that. So let's say I have the white in the kitchen and I want the white bookshelf out here, or I have, you know, that 10 drawer coming up and I want it in all these different colors. It allows you to customize it. But then again, you're not married to it. You're not stuck with it for a very long time. It's not permanently installed into your home. You will see how your life changes, right? And your needs change. And maybe you're like me and one day you're like, you know what, I want to be a crafter. So I'm going to go buy a whole bunch of Anna Griffith stuff, but where am I going to store all that stuff? You know, this allows you to do that. It's an instant office. It's an instant bathroom changer. Remember, go ahead. Think of all of that empty space in your home, that wall space, and ask yourself, can I utilize that space? Can I get 12 linear feet of storage right there? Can I go ahead and do that? And then remember, this is your assembly. So you take it out of the box, you open it up, you've got that famous origami toggle right here in the back. Each shelf actually holds 50 pounds worth of weight. So this whole shelving system holds 300 pounds. If you want the wheels, go ahead and pick those up. I totally recommend those because now it makes everything so mobile. You've got that perforated top right there so everything can breathe well. The lattice on the side right here, that gives you that decorative feature, but it also gives you that functional feature. Nothing's gonna fall off of it. It's absolutely a game changer, Shannon.
It is indeed. All right, remember metallic silver, metallic gold, or vintage bronze, and that does work back to anything in the vintage bronze family from Origami. Tracy, I'm gonna let you get reset. I know you've got one more item to share with us in this hour of Origami, so we'll let you get ready for that. But I was